on this page that just popped up, and as you can see, there are a couple of different drop-down menus over here. You can go to recent projects, iPhone ringtones, where you can actually create your own iPhone ringtone, and it exports to iTunes, and it goes, if you plug in your phone or iPod, it goes into the USB cable in the computer, and you can just transfer the song into your ringtone menu. More about that in a different tutorial. We got Magic GarageBand, which is another way of playing instruments with the computer. New project, which I'm on, Learn to Play, where you can actually learn how to play instruments on the line, and Lesson Store, where you can buy or view lessons on here. So on this new project menu, you can see that we have a multiple amount of selections on here. Keyboard selection, acoustic selection, you can songwrite, you can do a podcast, I mean, you can do a movie, which adds chapters and different audio you can add into it. Piano and all these different kinds of things. You can base your voice on this. I'm not going to be using any of these. I'm just going to be using the basic loop system. So if we just do this here, we can title this Tutorial Number 1. Save that on the desktop, and on that menu you can change how fast you want the song to go. Now, according to the song, you can do it any way you would like. It depends on, as you can see on my menu, by the way, all these different projects that I have to show you. So here is GarageBand, and let's get right into this. It says drag Apple Loops here. Apple Loops are this menu up here in the upper right corner. You can choose the scale, which is minor, major, neither, or good for both. Any I like to choose, because now you have a different wide selection of what you're going to be using. Up here we have the measures of when you're going to be putting the time signatures in. Over here we have the different tracks, and the tracks mean, let's say I just bring in any beat, it will pop up on here, and it will show you right here as this starts to load beats, and that beat, when you hit the spacebar with one little tap, it plays a noise and it plays whatever beat you have on there. So let's get rid of that because we don't need that, not yet. Now, if you want to adjust the feel and the volume of this, let's take this same beat here, drag it into our Apple loop. Now we have an Apple loop. We right click on this, we hit command and the touchpad, and we can adjust the time signature and what measures we want to start. So now we have the first 5 measures fallen. This is your playing key. You have the first 5 measures that are nothing, and then 6 through 10 is when this sound starts to go. So we have 5 measures of no sound. So as you can see, it's playing now, no sound. And in the bottom corner, I will show you that right now. In the bottom corner, you can see the beat down here and the bar, and you can change what kind of want. If you want the chord, if you want the measures, if you want the time, if you want the key, or the tempo, or the signature. You can change the tempo by using this key right here and just making it go faster. So if we have a 240 going, the whole time signature changes up here and shows us time now. And this is going to be in the first 8 seconds. So why don't we listen to this? As you can see, the bar is moving quite fast now. Our whole beat changes. Now, if I don't want that, I delete that, and I go back down here, and I just adjust what I want it to go to. So I want to only put this back at 120. That was a good one here. One bad thing about this is that it's very, very hard to adjust. So in this corner, I will get back over to here, you hit reset and it brings you back to nothing. Whoops, sorry about that. If you want a drum or any of this, electronic, jazz, all of this, it's right here. Now, for this menu right over here, it's a single, ensemble, clean, distorted, acoustic, electric, relaxed, intense, cheerful, dark. This menu, as you can see right here, has a line going through it and its own little section. Now, if we leave our mouse right over this, our clicker, whatever you want to call it, and we put it right over one, it says click to find loops by instrument, genre, and mood. This means that if you click jazz, it will send you to the jazz menu, and as you can see by this bar, it is going to be very, very long. For this, we can choose a different kind if we want a very dark sound. The menu gets a little smaller, as you can see. Menu gets very small, as you can see by the bar right over here. And if we want to change it to intense, it gets even smaller, and that's the only ones that we have there. If we want to get this even closer to what we want, we can hit another one, and then we keep hitting them until we come to one. So if we hit electric and ensemble, we're done of where we can go to. So these are the only 5 that we can do, and they are all the same one: perspective long, perspective medium, and perspective short. This means that it is one beat with multiple sounds and different lengths. So if you want to now add the track in, you can. If you want to do a new one, you can hit the new or Command N. If you want to open one, you hit Command O, or just go to the File drop-down menu and hit Open. If you want to open the recent, you open that. If you want to close it, it's all right here. Save as. Revert to saved and page setup. Page setup means that we can just set up the page of how we want it to be. If you want it to be horizontal, and when you print it, it changes the way you want. If we go to the edit menu, you can change, like, let's say we bring in this perspectives long. And sometimes it won't allow you because it's not the same over here. Now, as you can see, jingles is the new one. If we go to edit, we can cut, copy, delete, and move, split, or add a loop to the library, or undo a track. For the track, we can show arranged track, show movie, show podcast, show master track. New track, delete track, duplicate track, new basic, and fade out. Fade out means that it will just slowly get softer and softer until it goes away. Control means how fast you want it to go. Shows the ducking, which means how soft and how high it's going to go. If you want a lot of ducking, that's your decision. Snap to grid, which means this grid right here is going to tell you how it's going to go. Share, you can send a song to iTunes and export it to your iPod or iPhone. You can send it to ringtone to iTunes. You can send podcast to iWeb or Xbox Song to a disk. For Windows, you can minimize, and help, it just tells you all different kinds of things. GarageBand, again, it has that menu. Click GarageBand. It's the standard Apple drop-down menu. Now, for these buttons right here, this button will send you to all the effects or jingles, or it shows you different kinds of what's going on right now. This is another way to narrow down your choices, and these choices can tell you what's going to happen if you click all, and then it'll send you to all of these. If you want a violin, let's say, and if you want a cinematic violin, there you go. For some sounds, it will have the key, tempo, and beats. Beats means that if you put it in and you just keep repeating it, it will not end. It will keep going. The beat is going to be 32 minutes. 32. So if we want to add that in with our perspective long, it will not be on the same track because it is not the same tempo. So listen, this is it together. So as you can see, you can do this. But here you can adjust the sound of how high your speakers want to go. You can play the sound here. Rewind, fast forward, skip to the beginning of the chapter, or you can just start recording your voice. As you can hear, you hear me talking right now, and this is going to be our voice. So there's our voice, and it gives you a little beat. It keeps going, and you want to just hear this now. You hear it? As you can hear, you hear me talking right now, and this is going to be our voice. So there's our voice, and it gives you a little beat. So you can adjust the loop here. It pretty much crops the whole entire thing. If you select it, you can just hit the delete button and it goes away. Over here you can see how you want this, if you want it to be in the left speaker or the right speaker. Shows you. Here you can record over the jingles, can enable track for recording. The input track is already in use, which means that you can't overdo it. Here you can adjust it to headphones, headphones, and headphones, which means you only hear one track in the headphones. It's good for mixing. I'm going to end this because I am hitting pretty much over the 9-minute mark, I think. I'm hitting over the 10 minutes and 40-second mark right now on this video right now. So I will end this. For more questions, oh, one more thing. Right here, you can add a different kind of thing here. If you want to use a software instrument, real instrument, or electric guitar, you just plug that into your computer, and it happens. For the scissor thing down here, you just go down here, and it has enhanced tuning. You can tune. You can see a track. Down here, if you see the track, you can, I'll show you this right now. You double click the track and this pops up and it brings you into the very zoom in area. You can crop that down, hit enter, and that's gone. When it's gone, it is now cropped to the where you want it to be. So why don't we just hit that one more time. Thank you for watching. Down here you can just see the info button, the music button down here. I hope this was a good tutorial for you if you're getting started using GarageBand. I hope you check out some more videos, and thank you for watching. See you next time. This is your main destination for your tutorials. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.